Well, good afternoon, everybody. Of course, a nice little sea breeze sort of helps out, but if you're not in a place where you're going to get a nice breeze, it's going to be pretty warm and very humid. As I mentioned, heat index is going to be going up for the next couple of days, and we're going to be very close to 110. No, we don't have any advisories just yet, but if you're going to be out there working hard in the middle of the afternoon, just consider, getting your breaks and getting plenty of fluids. Much of Texas is very bone dry right about now. Well, it's humid, but it's not raining, is what I'm saying. There are some showers in the monsoon flow out in the southwest. We take a look at the west coast of Mexico. This is Carlotta, but as you can see, most of the storms in the Pacific go in that direction. So that's not going to be a problem that it turns onshore, and that we can say goodbye to Carlotta. Kind of like Maximilian did as well. Anyway, so the big story for us is the development of what will likely become Debbie. Now, Debbie is still rolling toward here. It is going to be coming into the Bahama waters, which are much warmer as a result, and it's going to get out of all that dust, and that's why we think it's going to strengthen up. Now, here's another view of it. This is water vapor. You can see the potential Debbie there. You can see the showers and the clusters of the rain. At this point in time, if it stays over the Big Islands, it's going to get also disturbed up as well. But once it gets, right about here, that's when it's likely to start strengthening, which would be sometime this weekend. In Florida, already the computer models are telling us that they're going to get anywhere from 10 to 15 inches of rain as Debbie sort of wanders around. At this point in time, it's a little circuitous route. It's forecast to move on shore, then come offshore, and then eventually start moving to the northeast. But shall we say, it's not a major hurricane, but it's going to be pretty messy out there beginning on the weekend and into early next week. The dome of high pressure is, of course, what gives us summertime. It is definitely in control, and the edge of it right here, it's very interesting how this works out, is going to be here, and then over the weekend it's going to be out here, and that's when the storm starts to move northeast. It's going to push it along. So yeah, low pressure and high pressure cannot exist in the same place. So one will push the other one out of the way, and low pressure will follow the path of least resistance, kind of like water. That's why we don't think it's moving in our direction. Across the Atlantic, the dust, of course, was slowing a lot of this development down, but now the dust is thinning out and it goes into the Bahamas. That's where it's going to be warmer. Of course, you probably noticed how dusty it was out there. Again, this is not down at the surface, therefore I don't think you're going to have a lot of breathing problems, but if you do, then you know that the dust will affect you that way, so just keep that in mind. The country continues in the heat advisory, so while Debbie's coming, is just plain old hot. Temperatures in the Midwest running up into the upper 90s into 100. Tomorrow looking for 92 in Port Lavaca, looking for a 93 in Cuero, and as we get it on into the rest of the week, you can see how we're going to stay just plain old hot and humid with temperatures staying in the mid-90s. That is your 7-day forecast, reminding everybody we do have a QR code. Love for you to scan